What is up, ladies and gents? You know what time of day it is. It's XCN time, literally the crypto of the day here. Look at the chart and just look at how crazy it has gone. We're going to be talking about this pump, and we're going to be talking about where I think the price could go to in the next few days, as well as giving you my longer term price target here on XCN. If you're a new viewer here, then welcome to this channel. If you do like content like this, be sure to like this video and subscribe. If you're a returning viewer, then welcome back to this channel. And if you caught this XCN pump, bought in before we saw these huge green candles, and congratulations to you. This is stuff made out of dreams right here. This is what we try and catch on this channel, and indeed we did manage to catch it. We made our first video on XCN back a few days ago here at the start of January. So the fact that since then we're up nearly 4x just really warms my heart, to be honest with you guys. So again, I'm really glad to be here with you, the community in XCN. But I don't think it's all over yet, because I do think we still have a lot of room to go. Just looking here on the chart, if we zoom out a little bit, we are starting to recover this massive downhill slope that we've had since the start of 2022. And in the shorter term, I gave some price targets based on some patterns that were forming in this consolidation period throughout 2023 and 2024. The first of which I think we are getting close to. So the first pattern that I saw was this slanted cup and handle pattern. It's not very conventional. Normally the line has to be at one price level, but we did see a very nice cup, so that gave me some conviction to this trade. And we did see some sort of handle, which in my opinion looked something like this. So we can draw the handle going across like this, and as you can see, this handle was a downwards trend. We had a clear resistance on the price here. We had a clear support, and indeed we had a breakout with a retest of that resistance of the handle, which is now a support, and prices shot up shortly after. Now, I said from my last videos, the price target from this was 1.1 cents here on XCN. We can get that price target from drawing the absolute base of that cup there all the way to where the resistance was, dragging it to where the resistance breakout was. And as you can see, price target lies there at roughly 1.2 cents here. So that was my initial price target in the shorter term here on XCN. Of course, we are closing in on that price target, and that is quite a decent area to see a little bit of resistance and support because of this price action here back at the start of 2023. You can see that that price target there from the cup and handle really kind of merges in with where we saw buying and selling activity back in that period over there. So it looks like that target could definitely be hit in the shorter term. Of course, in the 1 hour chart, we can see that there is a little bit of a consolidation at the moment. So if you are looking to trade this XCN breakout, then just have a look at what patterns might form in the shorter term. At the moment, things still look good. In the past few hours, we've seen quite a few sellers step in to stop the prices going to that holy 1 cent mark here, but we also saw quite a lot of buyers step in to give us this nice hammer here on Onyxcoin. Of course, when we see large wicks to the downside, that means that prices have fallen lower down to the 7.7 cents region, but we saw buyers step in to raise the prices back up. And again, if we see a large wick at the top like this, that means sellers have stopped the prices from going higher. So the fact that we've seen both means that we could see a short consolidation on the very short term here. We could see something like this, maybe a triangle come from this on the next few hours, something that looks a little bit like this, before Onyxcoin is able to make its short-term price target there at 1.1 to 1.2 cents. However, this is not the only short-term price target that I have, because I've been monitoring this pattern as well, which I think you guys will love because it gives us an even larger target here on Onyxcoin. Something that's gone across like this over the course of the past few years here on Onyxcoin, I believe, is something that looks like this. This has been our longer term triangle here on Onyxcoin, and this one has a much larger price target. If we take the first target from this triangle, which I believe will be this, then we get a price target on Onyxcoin in the shorter term of 2 cents. And if we take the larger target, the second target from this triangle, then I believe that will be up to 2.8 cents here on Onyxcoin. So that's still 752% to the upside from where we saw the breakout, or roughly a 3x from where we are now. So these here are my quarter one targets for Onyxcoin. This is how high I believe it could go in the next month or so. Of course, there's one level here that I think will be quite a big resistance level, which sits currently at roughly 1.8 cents. When prices get to this level, I do think we could see quite a bit of resistance, quite a bit of profit taking, because this was quite an important top here at the start of 2023, as you can see. So something that I'm obviously bearing in mind. Of course, if prices continue to go higher, then if you got a long in here, this could be an area where you could take quite a bit of your profits out and let the rest ride if you're looking to trade this. So these are my shorter term predictions here. Of course, if we see something opposite, of course, momentum here is unbelievably bullish. There's no bearish signs whatsoever. Even on the shorter term time frame, on the 1 hour chart, for example, you'll see everything's looking green on momentum. Volume is up by a massive amount as well. So I do think this pump will be able to sustain itself and not just completely retrace back down to where it started like this. Of course, I've edited this in, so sorry if it looks a little bit blocky, but I really wanted to add this point in that I missed in my original video as well, because if you have a look at the momentum now, look how high it is. It looks insanely high and insanely bullish here. But if we just zoom out on the MACD, at some point it just looks like a tiny little pebble in the ocean. Look at the size of the momentum here at the very beginning. This is extremely bullish, and that went up to roughly 0.02 here on the MACD, whereas now we're seeing 0.0006. So there was 30 times the momentum at the start of Onyx coin's beginning there, and it just shows us how much further, in my opinion, this coin can actually run. If you go on Twitter as well, there's so many people talking about XCN on Twitter. It's gaining a lot of attention because of the fact that we've seen this huge price surge on Onyxcoin. Of course, if you go on CoinMarketCap as well, if we go on the trending for the last 24 hours, Onyxcoin is number 12 at the moment. I believe it reached up to number 9 here on trending a little bit earlier on as well. But the fact that we are trending on Onyxcoin, the fact that it's gaining a lot of attention on Twitter, is very bullish for the coin, and I do believe this is going to add to the momentum of the token, and it's going to push prices higher still. Of course, like I say, short-term targets are at 1.2 cents, towards the 2 cent region, between the blue line at 1.7 to 2 cents, and ultimately 2.7, 2.8 cents in the shorter term. Now, of course, just to cover the bases and talk about a bearish scenario where we see something a little bit like this over here, where we see quite a bit of a retracement, just like we did back at the start of 2024, which, we just want to be prepared for should it ever happen. Then the Fibonacci levels I do really love to use as a guide for us to where we could see some sort of resistances. So let's say in the shorter term, we do consolidate and we start heading down a little bit like this. The momentum starts to run out. Then I would like to see these levels hold in order for us to form some sort of bottom and continue another leg up. So 0.786 at the moment sits at 7.1 cents. If we do break below that, then we could see 0.618 at 5.7. Then below that, 4.9 cents, and then so on and so on and so on. So these levels are some potential levels where we could potentially form a bottom and could present themselves as buy the dip opportunities for Onyxcoin before it continues another leg up, something like we had back at the start of 2024 there. So in that previous example, if I just show you what that looks like, you can see that it roughly came down to the 0.382 level before starting its next leg up there. So that's how I'm using the Fibonacci levels to see if we get some sort of retracement. Of course, like I say, the upside on Onyxcoin I believe is more likely, and there could be several factors as well for that, such as a potential Binance listing. It's not yet listed on Binance, so if Binance does decide to list it, I don't need to mention how bullish that will be for Onyxcoin. Now let's talk about my longer term target here for Onyxcoin in 2025. And I have raised the target here for Onyxcoin because of how well it's performed to the rest of the crypto, even among its peers such as XLM, XDC, and HBAR and XRP. Of course, they're all within a similar category, so I like to monitor them side by side. And as you can see, XDC, for example, has done pretty well in the past few days. It's gone up 50%, but that's nothing compared to XCN. And that gives us an idea of how much outperformance we can expect to see on XCN compared to the rest of the cryptocurrencies. So for example, if we see XDC double in price and XCN quadruples in price, so 4x's in the same time frame, then we can say that the outperformance of XCN is roughly 2x that of XDC. And basically gauging the rest of what the crypto is doing compared to XCN, I've raised my target of XCN to between 7.7 cents here all the way to its previous all-time high. I think the price now of XCN at some point is going to completely get back up to at least 7.7 cents, which is quite an important level here on XCN. As you can see, that's where there's been a lot of buying and selling activity. So I think that could present itself as a top level, 7.7 cents. But if we are able to clear all that, then I'd be gunning for that 18 cents level, previous all-time high there, as the main target for Q4 of 2025. So just as a kind of a roadmap to show you what might happen, maybe we get consolidation here. The short-term price target of 1.1 cents, 1.2 cents, up to that 2 cents region met. Maybe we get a short consolidation and then the short-term price targets met, first 1.1 cents, then 2 cents, then 2.7 cents. Then we may get a slump over the summer. We see some retracement over the summer period before another up-only season in Q4 of 2025, giving us an important top there at the end of 25 going into 2026. So that's kind of the roadmap that I am following. I do think we're going to hit a Q1 top in pretty soon. I think the end of Q2 and the start of Q3 will be a bit of a slump here in general for crypto. And then I think Q4 will be extremely bullish here for XCN. And I do think that could take us anywhere, like I say, between 7 cents and 18 cents here. So that's basically my thoughts here on XCN. Of course, I'm still super bullish here on XCN, both in the shorter term and in the longer term. I do think we have a lot more upside in general. I want to know as well what you guys are thinking here on XCN. What are your price targets? Are you holding any XCN? Comment them down below. Of course, I hope everything in this video was clear to you. If you have any questions or you didn't understand something, then feel free to communicate with me down in the comments below. I obviously want to nurture this community. At the end of the day, XCN has a strong community, and I do think that's a very strong feature of cryptos that are going to do extremely well in this bull market. Of course, a stronger community means more diamond hands, means more word of mouth marketing for the crypto in question, and of course that's going to lead to higher prices than a comparable crypto that doesn't have a good community. So community is everything. I'm trying to foster that in the comments down below. Let me know your thoughts, and of course guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.